Del Close had once said that the world is a slightly better place for having improvisation in it than it was before. There's something about it that says something positive about the human spirit, that a bunch of people can get together and by following a few simple traffic rules can create art and can entertain an audience and can thrill and exalt each other.
Mm-hmm.
I want to start by asking you about the power of improv, the magic of improv. What does improv mean to you? Why is it important? And do you agree with Del that it shows us something positive about the human spirit, that the world is a better place with improv in it?
Yeah, I agree with him. He's dead. Got to give him respect. Yeah, I mean, I think just life and evolution's improv. So, I think it's part of the life force. But I do think what's great about improv is you tap into pure creativity, which is amazing. That other art forms, I think share, like improv obviously shares the same kind of thing, but you become very much aware when you're sort of tapped into the flow, when you're really like, your antennas up and you're receiving and you're getting, you're in contact with the muse. And so, for people to have that experience, just that alone is pretty amazing. That whole thing of like you're in the spot and you hit a moment of inspiration and then there's success and there's laughter and, just on an artistic level, it's really cool. But, on just a human level, the idea of like intimacy and community, like, having a connection with another person, that to be in a scene together and to really work together and build together, you need to be present. You need to listen. So it's a wonderful thing. It feels great. It's very life affirming. It's very transformative. It changed my life. I see it change my students' lives all the time. For me, when it first happened, I was just like, wow, this is amazing. This is something that's really valuable. And I see how it affects students, especially people who are non-performers that where in their lives do they get a chance to, have permission to be open and to let their guard down and to share with themselves, but also appreciate other people, And so I think that's something that society's really missing these days. And I think, not to say that improv could solve all the ills of the world, but I think the idea of treating each other like human beings and, attempting to have community and connection is really the only way we're going to solve these problems.
There's so many, just like a great improviser, you've given me so many different prompts that I want to go and explore. And I will do that. But before we do that, I just want to pull back a bit and ask you a potentially silly question.
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know, and for those who might have the wrong idea, what is improv? Can you define it?
Okay. Yeah. So for our purposes, like we do improv scene work. And so basically you're following a set of rules which allow for people to get up on stage and improvise a scene together. And they're very simple rules. There's this idea of yes and, which players are trained to follow, in which anytime somebody offers up an idea, everybody's job is to accept that idea and try and further it, try and see what the strength or the value is in it, that we're trying to really tease out the potential of that idea. And so because people are doing that, more often than not, the ideas realize themselves and that's what allows for you to kind of create things on the spot, is to just kind of be open and treat each other like we're all geniuses and that there's something to this, and so, we do it for comedy and we do it for like stage and theater. But it is something that's just like valuable in all walks of life, whether it's just like you're using it in your sort of business world and, ideation or things like that. You're trying to brainstorm an idea or you're trying to engineer a solution. You have to kind of be open to, wild ideas, different ideas, things like that. So improv is just basically, we're teaching people how to do scene work and kind of find comedy and express themselves.